Welcome to the channel. My name is Rich, and today I'm going to tell you of a story from way back in the day that had myself and my cousin do some crazy shit. And for those of you that like gambling, I'm going to give you some of my picks for this weekend for college football. I started doing this last week. I did it late in the week. I think it was a Thursday or Friday when I did it, and ended up going 4-2. And I made that video just to show that, for those of you that are buying picks, you don't need to buy picks. I myself, I do not promote gambling on my channel, but I know a lot of you like to gamble, and I can't condemn you for it. I mean, I did it for over 35 years, so I figured I'd add some value myself to those of you that still like to gamble. But anyways, I'll start off with one of my picks. I got 6 of them for this weekend. I'll start off with Friday night's game, Memphis. I like Memphis, -5.5. I myself, like I said, I gambled forever. I quit 3 months ago. And just because I quit doesn't mean that I still don't enjoy sports. I still look at lines. I still look to see who's favored, who's not, this, that, and the other. So I'm going to include some picks with this. But anyways, to start this story off, oh man, I was 22 years old. Back then, for you younger viewers, there was no sports betting. The only thing you could basically do is go to a casino, or if you had a bookie, that was it, or bet horses. And back then, it was nothing like it is today. Any old viewer will tell you this in the comments, that it was a split screen, at least in Western PA. Like when you could bet online, but you could only bet horses. And it'd be a split screen on your TV. It'd be 4 boxes, that was it. And it would just have the numbers of the horses and their odds. Just black boxes with white numbers. And it got pretty boring, and you would only see the race whenever, it was post time, when they were coming to the gate or coming up trot behind the gate. And as soon as the race was over, that was it. It went back to the black screen, the 4 boxes, it was over. So it gets pretty boring. Well, my cousin and I, we were into it heavy. We bet horses all the time. So I was always over his house. Well, this evening, I was over there, we were drinking. And there's a casino in Washington, PA. It's called the Meadows. Well, back in the day, back then, it was just a horse track. There was no casino. It was just buggy horses. And we decided, you know what, this is boring. We're tired of watching this on this TV. Let's go down there. Now, we had been drinking. So right there, gambling's already making us do some crazy, stupid things. Shouldn't have been drinking and driving. But we're like, okay, and we was young, 22, didn't have much money back then. So I'm like, hey, let's take our own beer. If we take our own beer, that gives us more money to gamble with. So we ain't got to buy it down there. We're sorry. He's like, yeah, let's do it. Oh, well, this is how young and dumb we were. We didn't take beer that they sold there. And then we take bottles on top of it. So we put on we got baggy jeans on. We're loading these beers down our pant legs. We each carried a 6-pack, 3 down this leg, 3 down that leg. So we get in the car, we're driving down there. We get down there, and we're walking through the parking lot, stiff-legged, like it wasn't obvious. But somehow, some way, we got in. And like I said, it wasn't a casino back then, so there wasn't much security. There was security, but it wasn't like it is nowadays. So we end up getting in. Now, before I continue on with the story, I'm going to give you another pick. Saturday, I like Indiana, -15.5. Give up the points. I think Indiana they're going to destroy their opponent again. They're pretty damn good. But okay, all right, let me continue on. So we get in there, we start gambling. We're having a good time. We was already buzzed up, from drinking at the house. So we're drinking these beers we brought. And back then, I mean, it was a big thing. You always like to, joke with people. You'd smack the top of their bottle with your bottle to make it come shoot. Now you'd hurry up, make somebody hurry up and chug their beer. So we're sitting there, we're doing that. We're getting hammered, losing money, but getting hammered, having a good time. Well, here comes the security guard out of nowhere. He comes walking over and says, hey, what are you doing? Because we made a mess. We're like, oh, we're just having, having some fun, this, that, and the other. Well, this drew red flags on us. So he leaves us alone. He wanders off into his corner, and we could see him over there standing, watching us, keeping a close eye on us. So we continue on. We're betting, drinking, having a good time. We're trying to stay out of his sight, but it's a pretty small place back then. It was hard to do. Well, I'm standing there holding my beer. My cousin this time, he comes over and he wants to play that game with me, tap my bottle. Well, I wasn't holding on to it too tightly. And this thing, he hits it and it just shoots out of my hand. Slams off the floor. It's concrete floors back in. It wasn't even carpet. And just shatters. Oh, well, guess who come running? The security guard. He comes there, oh, what are you doing? I was just over not long ago confronting you guys, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, oh, we're sorry, man. I dropped my beer. He said, no, I seen what went on, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, what are you drinking? I believe it was Bush, if I remember. It's been 28 years. So, but yeah, he's like, we don't even serve that here. Where in the hell did you get that from? So at that point, they know that we snuck them in. So we end up getting escorted out. And as we get to the doors, somebody had called the cops. I don't know if it was a security guard or who, or a customer. I have no clue. But we get to the doors as they're escorting us out. The cops are there. They come up and they start questioning us. How did you get this, that, the other, how did you get them into the building? And we end up having to explain to them. We stuffed them down our pants and walked in. And they wanted to give us a fine, but they couldn't, I mean, what did we really do? We didn't steal from them. I mean, we did because we didn't pay for their beers, but there was nothing they really could do. So we end up having to sit there and wait for my cousin's old lady to drive the whole way. It's like a 45-minute drive to this place from where we was living. Drive the whole way down there and pick us up because we're drunk. We can't just leave. We got the cops are out there now. We couldn't just get in the car, and I think that's what they were waiting on us just to get behind the wheel and take off. So we end up spending, I don't know, it seemed like forever. She ends up getting down there. She's bitching and screaming, But that's pretty much the moral of the story. I mean, gambling will make you do some crazy things. It was an entertaining evening. I mean, there was more of it. It's just so funny. It's been so long ago. And being drunk like that, you usually forget a lot of, the details. But gambling will make you do some dumb things, make you make some bad decisions. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, it was the alcohol. Kind of. But had we not been gambling, wanting to bet horses, we'd have never even went in the first place. So I blame gambling. Gambling it's horrible to me. That's why I quit. But some of you don't want to quit. So I'm going to give you the rest of my picks to end this video and see if we can go 6 for 6. I went 4-2 last week. That's a 66% with one money line dog. Yeah, that was the Oklahoma game. So we'll see what we get this weekend. And again, I reserve the right. It is Tuesday when I'm filming this. If there's any injuries or starting quarterback or whatever misses any of these games, it is what it is. Probably going to lose, but anyways. All right, gave you Memphis. I gave you Indiana. Here, let's go with Vandy. Vandy minus 6.5. After losing last week the way they did, I think they come right back, and I think they win probably by a couple touchdowns, but give up the 6.5. Another game I like is Washington, minus the 11.5. I think Washington's too good, better than their opponents. I think they covered a spread. Another one, this one here, I was a little topsy-turvy whether I wanted to give the points up or not, but Georgia minus 6.5. I think Georgia should cover that 6.5 this week. They almost screwed that Florida pick I had last week, getting 7.5. But I'm glad that quarterback decides, I want to kneel down at the one and end the game. Good for him. But I almost backdoored Stanford against Pittsburgh. I was hoping they went for 2 at the end of that game, but they didn't. They end up losing by 0.5 point. And my last pick is going to be Houston money line. I think after losing to West Virginia, I think they're going to be pretty upset. The coach is mad. I think Houston wins. I think they're better than what they showed against West Virginia. I don't think West Virginia's all that good. I don't know what happened that game. There's been a lot of upsets recently. Have you noticed? I don't know if it's cheating. I mean, look at last night, the Cowboys. How in the hell do you get boat raced by Arizona, but at home? But whatever, it is. That's sports betting, right? That's why I say buying picks is stupid, because no AI system, nothing is gonna. It's all luck. I mean, you just got to be hoping that you're on the right side. But yeah, give me Houston money line. So with that said, that's the end of this video. You know, I appreciate you guys watching. For those that you made it through the whole video, and I'm probably gonna make another video tomorrow. Either tomorrow, I don't know. I'm going golfing, but either tomorrow or Thursday. Hopefully early, I'm gonna make a video for my picks for the NFL. I didn't get around doing it this weekend. I ended up getting busy, so I never did make a video giving out picks for the NFL this past weekend. But I'm definitely gonna do one for this weekend. But for those of you that take my picks, good luck. I'm not playing them. Like I said, 35 years of gambling, I've lost a ton. I've lost enough. You know, I'm over it. But I know a lot of you guys like to still gamble. So, but that's it. I'm done rambling. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you soon, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. Peace out.